Imagine this. Hundreds of people dancing through the streets, not in celebration, not for joy, but because they could not stop. Their bodies twisted, their feet bled, and yet they kept moving until exhaustion, and in some cases, death. This was no festival. This was the dancing plague of 1518. In the summer of 1518, in the city of Strasbourg, then part of the Holy Roman Empire, a bizarre and terrifying event unfolded. Ordinary townsfolk suddenly began to dance uncontrollably in the streets. The strange epidemic baffled physicians, terrified church leaders, and has puzzled historians for centuries. It all began in July when a woman known as Frau Trophea stepped into the street. Without music, without reason, she began to dance. Her arms flailed, her body convulsed, and she continued for hours. Neighbors gathered, some horrified, others curious. By the next day, she was still dancing, unable to stop. And within a week, dozens had joined her. Within a month, the streets of Strasbourg were filled with as many as 400 people, all trapped in an unrelenting frenzy. Their bodies gave out. Some collapsed from exhaustion, others broke bones, and there are even accounts of deaths caused by heart attacks and strokes. The city turned into a grim spectacle of suffering. Authorities, desperate for answers, turned to physicians. At the time, doctors dismissed the idea of supernatural causes and declared the plague a natural disease. They claimed it was caused by overheated blood, literally, that these people were burning from the inside and needed to dance it out. So, in one of the strangest public health responses in history, the city built stages and even hired musicians, hoping to cure the dancers by encouraging them to move until the sickness left their bodies. Instead, it only fueled the madness. But what truly caused the dancing plague? Historians and scientists have debated this for centuries. Theory 1. Ergot poisoning. One popular theory suggests ergot, a toxic mold that grows on damp rye, may have poisoned the townspeople. Ergot contains chemicals similar to LSD, which can cause hallucinations, convulsions, and spasms. It's the same culprit believed by some to have influenced the Salem witch trials a century later. Theory 2. Mass hysteria. Another explanation is mass psychogenic illness, or collective hysteria. Life in 1518, Strasbourg, was bleak. Famine, disease, and religious anxiety plagued the region. Under such immense stress, it's possible that people, already desperate and vulnerable, succumb to a kind of psychological contagion, their minds and bodies manifesting the fear through uncontrollable movement. Theory 3. Religious fervor. A third theory points to religion. The people of Strasbourg believed deeply in saints who could punish or heal. In particular, Saint Vitus was associated with both dancing and curses. Some historians argue that the plague may have been seen as divine punishment, and the fear itself kept the dancers moving. As quickly as it began, the plague eventually faded. Survivors were taken to shrines dedicated to Saint Vitus, where priests prayed for their recovery. By early September, the outbreak had burned itself out. But the mystery was never solved, and the event became one of the strangest chapters in medical and human history. Was it poisoned bread, mass hysteria, or something even stranger, something we still don't understand. The dancing plague remains a haunting reminder of how fragile the human mind and body can be under the pressures of fear, faith, and suffering. Next time you hear music that makes your body move, think of Strasbourg in 1518 and be glad that when the music stops, you can choose to stop too. Because for those caught in the dancing plague, there was no choice. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more legends and haunted tales from around the world.